Hello and good morning, people. Arise and shine, even though it's raining outside right now. This is what you've been waiting for. We're going to try and boost that rainy mood out of your day.
Yeah, yes, it is. It's time for Wake Up Nigeria. And for all our Muslim brethren all around the country, Ramadan Kareem. That's the greeting.
Yes, it is. Ramadan Kareem. If you're streaming, well, once you can stream, make sure you stream with us. Stream live. We stream live at tvcontinental.tv and, of course, on Facebook at TVC Connect. And, of course, would love it if you could join us throughout the show.
Of course, if you want to participate in the show, use the hashtag WakeUpNigeria. Send us comments. What do you think of this beginning of fastings for the Muslims?
In fact, it's such a great way to start the day, honestly. Wake Up Nigeria. We need you to remember that we want to be there with you all through the day. You can catch us online all through. Don't forget that when it comes to food, we are very, very, very focused on
Very on point, ladies and gentlemen.
Very focused on getting you all you need to, start your day the right way.
Yeah, of course, we have Chef.
Okay, so I'm going to admit something. I forgot her name. I was trying to remember her name.
All right,
sorry.
so Chef Wumi in the building.
I'm so sorry. That was what I was trying to remember.
That's what happens when you start your
sorry.
day on a very energetic note. You forget some of these things.
I feel so bad.
Hi guys, good morning. Hello,
Jimmy.
Chef Amalmi.
Good morning.
We are making something scintillating this morning.
Yeah, very nice. I look forward to it, especially on this cold morning. That should go with
a hot cup of coffee.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. understands.
I know, right?
All right, so straight to this morning's highlights. We have Shade Johnson for you, and he will be here to give us a musical performance.
Gbenga Gbele will be here to give us tips on getting the best out of your singing skills. Can't wait for him to take us on those tutorials once again.
Now let's open up the chord area too with the go.
And Mike will be keeping us up to date with all your comments, contributions, reactions on social media. Can't wait to see what you have to say.
will also be showing you really cool ways to transform a male shirt. I hope she's not going to be cutting it up this morning. And yeah, so it's going to be really nice what has up her sleeves this morning. We're also going to be having a book chat though after all of that, and Rufai Oseni is going to be joining us for a chat.
Oh. It's really interesting that you have those life hacks that you put, well, when it comes to shirts. A lot of people just see a shirt as a shirt.
Well, we're paying attention now to the men's shirts. So, I hope your wife is not watching.
You people have not finished using us.
Wow. Yeah, we are going to continue. We started last week, so we're doing like a series on it. So every day you get to watch something.
That's actually something I wish I knew how to do.
Oh, don't worry, I'm going to teach you.
Sewing.
Yeah. So today we are turning a man's shirt into fingers crossed.
All right. So today, Ramadan officially begins in Nigeria. I think it started in some other places yesterday, but officially begins today. So over the next 29 or 30 days?
Meat did this one. Then go chop meat.
You know, that's the question I always ask.
Not this
whenever
one.
They don't chop meat for this one?
No.
If they're chopping meat, because I always look forward to that meat.
Actually, I was seeing some people with rams on the road, and I was in a car and I was asking, wait, is this one where they eat ram? You know, and it was like, no, it's not. So I was prepared. I was like, nah.
Any public holiday?
Oh, there will
likely be a public holiday after the
at the end.
Thing, yeah.
Yes.
Well.
What?
All right, so let's talk about the rain this morning. So my alarm rang at 4 a.m. this morning, and hubby was like, babes, you need to wake up, it's 4 a.m. And I'm like, I just looked at him. And I just thought to the other side of the bed, like, man, don't disturb me this morning. Like, you don't even know how it's doing somebody. Don't even bother. Like, and I slept till 4:30. You know, there are days that you cannot just be bothered about the world. Like, today was just one of those days.
Yeah. And then now, of course, with the baby, you know,
exactly.
you're probably up in the night, you know.
And then my mom came yesterday, she was like, this baby feels lighter. Is that because she'll be taking her to the office? I'm like,
but you don't complain.
Really, Mom?
You don't complain much about the baby waking you up at night or keeping you up at night. So.
Well, because I'm used to it. I mean, it's been over 3 months.
Right.
I mean,
okay, that's true.
I'm
you actually had time. So. If it was like immediately after, we would have been.
It would have been pretty tough.
Would have been doing consolation every morning.
But I'm used to it now.
Yeah,
so
that's it. So, but the rain was much earlier at my end. It was much earlier, so by the time I was waking up, there was no rain. It was all cool, and we're getting ready to come and all of that. Yeah. But whichever way, man. No, let me just leave that one to myself. Let me not just say it now.
Yeah.
Let me just say it now. Let's just hit.
I would love to hear how the rain has affected your morning. You could tell us on social media, actually. Make sure you use the hashtag.
Yes. What's the best thing to do on a rainy morning?
Yes.
Yeah, the hashtag Wake Up Nigeria.
I think you want to go there.
I will always go there.
I don't think you want to go
What
there.
is the best thing? What would you do? What's the best thing for you to do on a rainy morning?
It's time for the news update. The Fade has been on standby.
For quite a while.
Indeed, she has. Well, on the news this hour, the Sultan of Sokoto, Alhaji Saad Abubakar III, has announced Thursday, May the 17th, as the commencement of the holy month of Ramadan. Addressing journalists in his palace, Saad says reliable report from Muslim leaders across the country were received on moon sighting, which was processed and verified, on which basis the announcement of the commencement of the Ramadan was made. He charges Muslims to pray for peace and prosperity of the nation during the holy month of Ramadan. And the Senate President, Bukola Saraki, has raised an alarm over an alleged plot by the Inspector General of Police, the IGP, Ibrahim Idris, to implicate him in the sponsorship of some self-confessed killers arrested in Ilorin, the Kwara State capital. Saraki informed his colleagues that some arrested cultists who had confessed to killing many people had been ordered to implicate him by the police and were consequently being moved to Abuja for the sinister plot. Consequently, the Senate resolved that Saraki should lead the leadership of the upper chamber to meet with President Muhammadu Buhari over the alleged plot. In the meantime, the Inspector General of Police, Ibrahim Idris, has reacted to the accusation leveled against him by the Senate President. The police boss, through the force spokesman, Jimo Moshood, confirmed the transfer of suspects linked to a string of killings in Kwara State to Abuja, but said it was not because of the Senate President. He warned that an alarm raised by Saraki over the development could compromise investigations. And that's the news this hour. I am Fadisha Lashutingwe. The weather forecast is up next.
All right, it's time for the sports update. And the newspaper headlines, and we're starting with The Punch this morning. And the headline: I didn't beg to be VP. I can leave at short notice, said Oshibajo. Then there's a statement there: how possible can anyone say that the killing of women and children doesn't matter because he's vice president? A couple of other, the statement there is long. At last, National Assembly passes 9.1 trillion naira budget. Senate's team to meet Buhari over alleged IG's plot to frame Saraki. Senate President's allegation a ruse, say police. Governors attack NNPC, want petrol subsidy payments from 2015 probed. And then Ogun proprietor, principal tie pupils to crosses for lateness. That's horrific. And Nollywood mourns Omoge campus, Aisha Abimbola. And finally, alleged fraud, court remands ex-Plateau governor Jang in prison. All on the cover of The Punch.
All right, and we have the cover of the Guardian newspaper as well. It says power, works, housing get lion's share in 2018 budget. National Assembly approves 9.120 trillion naira. Nigerians in mixed reactions over delay allocations. Buhari yet to get petroleum bill, says presidency. Osinbajo vows to resign if forced to denounce Christian faith. Federal government promises to secure Leah Sharibu's release, says negotiations with insurgents difficult, complicated. Muslims usher in Ramadan as U.S. sends best wishes. Bukola Saraki alleges incriminatory plot by IGP Idris, leads 10-man delegation to President Buhari. Don't interfere with our investigation, police warns. PDP worried over attacks on democratic institutions. That's what we have on the cover of The Guardian.
Up next is the Daily Sun and the headline, Saraki accuses IGP of frame-up plot. Alleges plan to coerce criminals to implicate him, Kwara governor. And allegation unbelievable, unverifiable, and unfounded, say police. Court bars police, EFCC from searching Governor Wike's residence. And governors finger NNPC in subsidy payment fraud. Call for probe, ban sitting of filling stations near borders. And or sighting of filling stations near borders. And more trouble for Okorocha as APC panel committee upholds ward local government congresses. Ebri, ex-Cross River governor, joins APC chairmanship race. And finally, NAS passes 9.1 trillion naira 2018 budget. All on the cover of the Daily Sun.
The cover of The Nation newspaper says Saraki IG fight dirty over arrested killer cult suspect. Now it says here, Senate President, it's plot to link me with the killers. Allegation is unfounded, says IG Idris. The two different statements are also below there. It also says artists mourn Omoge campus. Page 42 has more on that. 3 Nigerians shortlisted for the Kane Prize. That's the literature prize there. Page 7 has more on that. Government battling for Leah Sharibu's release. Buhari greets Muslims as Ramadan begins. FEC okays $995 million, 15.45 billion naira for roads. On the World Cup, Buhari hosts Super Eagles May 29th. That should be interesting. Gunmen kill 3 policemen, kidnap expatriate. Then finally, Omoagege back at work as Senate loses bid to stop his resumption. That's what we have on the cover of The Nation.
Well, that's about all that we can take right now on the newspaper headlines.
The newspaper headlines are proudly supported by Dettol. Be 100% sure.
All right, guess what? Ben Fit is in the building this Thursday morning, and we're heading on over to him now for aerobics.
Thank you so much, Titi and Yomi. And if you have been thinking of what to do on a very, very rainy morning like this, the best thing you can actually do is just, come on, stand up from wheresoever you're doing right now, and let's do some morning workout. Are you ready? That's the question. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Come on, let's do some warm-up exercise. It's very, very important to warm those muscles. It's kind of very, very, very important. You don't jump into any form of workout. Keep moving, keep moving, keep moving, keep moving, keep moving. Come on, stand up. Let's go, 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 go. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. And on the spot, let's go, 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 go. Jog it out. Jog it out, jog it out, jog it out, jog it out, jog it out. Trust me, this is one of the best things you can do to yourself right now. Come on, take it up, take it up, take it up, take it up. Yes. 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lock those fingers. Good job. Take it up. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take it down.
Cycle 1
5,
complete.
4, 3, 2, 1. Take it down. That's good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and up.
Prepare.
All right.
And
good job. Are you ready, guys? We are going to work more on cardio and lower part of the body this morning. So if you are watching, let's go. Are you ready? Let's do some high knees now. Come on, take it up. Hop. Yeah. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take it easy.
Rest.
Give me some squats.
Cycle
Squat
2
it down.
complete.
Hop. Squat. Hop. Squat. And if you are squatting, you should know your routine. You take it down,
Prepare
squeeze your
and
glute,
work.
and hop. You see? Good job. Take it up. Awesome. Keep going. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. Are you ready? Okay. Take it side and take it up. You go. 1. Good job. 2, 3,
2,
4. Come on.
rest.
5,
Cycle 3
6. Come on.
complete.
7, 8, 9. 5 more to go. You don't have to stop now. Come on. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, good job. I told you we're doing lower part of the body. Are you guys ready? Let's do some reverse lunges. Your 2 hands up this way. Okay, take it back. Back. Hop. Sweet. That's good.
3,
Straighten your
2,
upper body
1.
and keep moving.
Rest.
Keep moving. Keep moving.
Cycle
Keep
4
moving. Keep moving.
complete.
Yeah. Stretching that lower part of your body. That's good. 4, 3,
Prepare
2,
and work.
and 1. Shake it out, 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 shake it out. Are you ready? On to the next one. I told you we're doing more of lower part of the body today. Excuse me. Take it down. Hop. Good. Let's go. 2, 3,
2, 1.
4,
Rest. Cycle
and
5.
5. The other side. Are you ready? Go. Focus. Get your balance right. That's the best way you can do this. Let's go.
Prepare
That's
and
good.
work.
Yeah. Yeah. You just have to keep moving. Yeah. Whoa. I can feel some burn on my lower part of the body. I don't know if you're feeling the same thing. 2 and 1. Let's do some cardio, guys. Are you ready again? 5, 6, 7. Let's shake it out. Shake it out. Make it faster. Make it faster.
Rest.
Shake it
Cycle
out.
6.
Move your hands. You can just head forward. Take it back. Just keep moving. Keep moving. Keep moving. Keep moving. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Prepare
Yes.
and
Yes. Almost there. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and give me that jumping jack. You know how we do it. You know how we do it. Come on. You can always get this on Wake Up Nigeria. Come on, keep going, keep going, keep going. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1.
Cycle
Oh
7.
my God. Take it down. Up, go. Down. Awesome. Down. Lower part of the body.
Prepare
On fire.
and
Come on, let's go,
work.
go, 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 go. Yes. Awesome. Good job. Good job. Yeah. Oh, relax it. Relax it. Relax it. Good job. Good job. You understand what we do? Inhale and exhale. It's always good to cool down in any form of exercise. As we are cooling down, I'm going to hand it over back to Titi and Yomi. Let's go, guys.
Wow, I'm
Very
exhausted
nice.
just watching him. I'm
What
exhausted.
a nice way to get your circulation going this wet Thursday morning. But right now we're going to take a break, and when we come back, there's more on Wake Up Nigeria.
Okay, welcome back. Just in case you're just joining us, it's Wake Up Nigeria, and we are in the kitchen with
We're in the kitchen.
Chef
Wumi.
Wumi. And this morning we are making something pretty interesting. Okay, just okay. Something fun is happening right now. Our Chef Wumi just checked the oven. It's on, but it's
not working.
It's not working. Not like it's not working. She hasn't just set the timer yet for in preparation for our cake, right? Okay, so what are we making this morning?
We're making marshmallow egg cake.
Marshmallow. I've never heard that before.
Okay, it's going to be interesting then.
So let's talk about the ingredients.
So we're using I'm going to work with the basic cake ingredients,
Okay.
like basic cake ingredient. That's the flour, butter, sugar, and egg.
Finish.
With
And
little-
milk.
Yes.
Otito.
Otito.
Ah.
An interesting thing is that we're going to be baking in a shell. Egg shell.
You see, reasons you should tune in to Wake Up Nigeria. Because you see amazing things here, amazing things. Like, whoever thought you could bake in eggshells?
Eggshells, yes.
Okay, so let's get to it.
So,
because I can't wait.
Because we really don't know how the camera worked this morning, so we have to show you first how this will work. So to achieve this, because you need to get your egg out of it, so you puncture this.
Okay, with a knife?
Yes.
Not with a fork.
A fork and so you have to pour this out.
Okay. Carefully, right?
Mm.
Okay. So, are you taking out all of the eggs or
yes,
all of it? Okay.
All. So you have to get this out.
Interesting stuff. But
you have to be patient and careful because you need it to come out. Because you actually need the shell itself.
Okay.
Even though you are baking, you are going to work with the egg.
Okay.
So you need to get that out. So it's out. So once you are done, you set it aside, then you rinse it. Then you have to rinse it
with
egg.
water?
Yes, with ordinary water.
Okay.
So that is what we have here. This is already rinsed and it's dried already. So
okay.
I actually drained this to have this dry egg. So this is how fresh it's going to be.
Okay. So once you're done cracking the tip of the egg,
you
take out the
egg
contents,
itself, yes,
and then you rinse it out with water.
Yes.
Okay.
And then let it dry.
Okay. Great.
Although normally you just break your egg, but because you're going to work with the shell, you understand?
All right. So let me do this while we talk about the other parts.
I'll gladly do that. Okay. So the next thing we need is to put our butter into the mixer. Then we add our sugar as well. Then bit by bit we add our egg, bit by bit. Then interchanging with the flour.
Okay.
It's very easy because it's a basic recipe. So once you're done, you can add your milk.
You have to be really patient doing this. So.
Yes, you have to be patient
with
for
the
egg to come out. Yeah. And the yolk, because it's kind of solid, you understand? So you have to be patient for it to come out.
You have to be really patient when doing this. Okay, so just in case you're just tuning in, you're watching Wake Up Nigeria, and we are making marshmallow egg cake, right?
Yes.
Oh, great. And we're working with flour, sugar, eggs, and butter, and milk, of course, yeah. And so, Chef Wumi is actually teaching us something very interesting this morning. So we're going to be baking in eggshells. Never seen that before.
We have that. So can we on the mixer?
Okay. Yes, sure. So in here we have our sugar and butter.
Yes. So wait for that to mix. So for the flour, it's already sieved with the baking powder.
Okay.
So all we need to do is...
I hope I'm getting this right.
Voila.
Okay.
But yours
is it just too
it's
tiny?
Small,
right?
yes.
Okay. All right. Is it okay?
Yes, very okay. So it can come out. So for this, you have to also set this.
So how long do you mix that for?
For about 10 to 15 minutes. We are done.
10 to 15 minutes?
Yes, like by the time you are done, 10 to 15 minutes, you are ready to bake.
Okay. So all of this content now going into that mixer?
Yes, everything. So your foil paper, to set your egg cake, so you have to tear a sheet of foil paper, then you bend it a bit, fold it a bit, then you set. Yes.
So you have to...
This is a cupcake pan, actually.
Oh, okay, yeah, I was going to say that.
So you just fold it a bit. So I have some already folded. So that the egg can stay inside conveniently.
All right.
So you can rest inside.
So what I'm curious to learn right now is when the cake is ready, how do you take it out of the shell?
You
I know
break
that
the
you're going
shell.
to teach us though.
Definitely.
I think that's where the work is, right?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So definitely I'll be working with 2 other shells. I'll be 4 other shells to fill this.
Okay. All right. You know, during our home economic days, what we used to do is I always look forward to this part, so that where you get to lick the butter and the sugar.
Definitely, people do that a lot.
Sweet. Yeah, even though it's like very fattening.
Yeah, very fattening.
All right. Okay, so I'll just let you do the rest. I'm tired already. Trust me.
Okay.
Okay. So when does the milk go in?
It's the last thing.
Oh, that's the last thing.
Yes.
Okay, so what's most important is making sure the butter and the sugar mixture is
very well.
Great. Okay. So we are making
marshmallow egg cake.
Egg cakes, fantastic.
Because at the end of the day, the cake comes out.
Okay,
So because at the end of the day, the cake itself comes out like an egg.
okay.
So that's the interesting thing about it. And you can actually pack it for your children as quick.
Yeah,
So
and
they can
especially in
snack
this
on
cold,
it.
rainy morning, I mean, it'll go very well with like a hot cup of coffee.
And it bakes very
or
fast
tea.
because it's a very small, it's a small bite.
Oh.
Understand? It bakes very fast. Within 15 minutes, you are done.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Wow. Interesting. We always thought, growing up, I always thought that cakes actually take a longer time to bake.
That's if you are baking wedding cake.
Oh, okay. Wow, interesting.
But there are some cakes that are very fast, you know, very, very easy, quick mix, and you're done baking, you understand?
Okay.
Doesn't really take time.
Okay. So let's talk a bit about, you know, how you started the cake profession.
Okay.
How did you start? How did you begin this cake journey?
Okay.
And why cakes? I mean, you could have been a cook, so why cakes?
I enjoy baking. It's interesting. You can actually infuse your own creativity into it.
Okay.
And the interesting thing is that it's very colorful.
Yeah.
So it gives you room to add colors, to play with colors. So I actually love cake, and it's kind of challenging because new things can keep popping up, and you have to keep improving yourself and trying to create new things out of old things. You understand?
Okay.
So that was actually what inspired me to go into
cake
cakes.
making.
But
Wow.
when it comes to learning, I actually watched my sisters bake at home just for the fun of it. You understand?
Oh.
So I enjoy watching them
Okay.
do it. So after a while, they got tired, okay, busy with school. So once in a while, they just tell me, let me get this, let me get that, let me get this, let me get that. After I was like, no, I don't have time for this.
And you're the only one who decided to take it as a profession.
Yes. Indeed.
Interesting.
So at times, it's always interesting when you help people out and you discover that in the process of helping, you're actually
discover
learning.
yourself as well.
Yes,
Yeah.
so that was what actually led me to. Even at times, my sister would tell me, I taught you how to bake.
Ah.
I taught you how to bake. I say, you didn't teach me.
I hope they get free cakes like every week. Just saying.
Like almost every week, they do that.
All right, just in case you're just tuning in, we are making marshmallow egg cake. And let's talk about the ingredients once again.
So the basic ingredient is flour, butter, sugar, and a bit of milk. We have baking powder already in the flour, and it's been sieved together.
Okay.
So for anybody working with flour, I always advise them to sieve it, because at times you never can tell how long the flour has been in the market.
Oh.
So you need to sieve through if there is lump.
Oh,
or
that's why people actually sieve. You know, I never knew, I just thought they just sieved for, because I always wondered, why do people sieve flour? Like, I mean, what are you sieving out?
you have to sieve. Then also when you sieve, it allows the flour it allows air to pass through the flour. Then it becomes lighter by the time you are baking.
Okay.
You understand? It helps the texture of the cake.
Okay.
So that's why you should also sieve as well. It's interesting. So you can also blend your dry ingredients together. If peradventure you're adding preservative powder, sugar or everything, you can just mix your dry ingredients together.
Oh, okay.
So
let's check that out. The butter and the sugar. Is it ready? Is it? So at what point do you now put in your flour and your milk to get?
for me, I prefer to add my milk as the last
Okay.
ingredient.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, at what point, you know, of mixing your butter and sugar, do you add your flour and your milk?
Okay, once the flour and once the butter and sugar begins to dissolve, you can add your milk,
Okay.
add your
Add
egg,
your eggs, okay.
interchanging with your flour bit by bit till you are done. Then you add your milk,
Oh, okay.
last content.
So can we use our, you know, because I mean, I grew up actually using my hands to bake.
Definitely, peradventure you don't have a mixer, you can actually work with your spatula and a bowl. But for me, I don't really like stressing myself.
Yeah, because that's more work,
I
basically.
don't like stressing myself. I prefer to do with the mixer.
I'm
done.
curious about the consistency, you know, of the butter and the sugar. Then so you know what point you add in your flour and your, you know, and other, you know,
But for
ingredients.
the sugar, definitely you're going to see the consistency, because by then sugar will have broken down. Then you see that the content will have doubled it.
Oh, okay.
So at that point, you can begin to interchange every other recipe, ingredients.
Okay. No, okay. All right. Interesting. Okay, so let's get water and rinse this out and, you know, drain them. Can I get you water?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Or you'd rather do it by the sink?
Okay.
Okay.
You can get me water.
Okay, so let me get you water in a bowl. Okay. So we have the bowl right. Okay, let me just get you water from the tap.
There's no water at the top. The water is there.
So we're getting, we're rinsing out our eggshells. I could just do that for you off the sink. whilst we are talking about our marshmallow egg cakes.
Yes.
Okay, so right now we are mixing our butter and our sugar, waiting for it to double up, and then adding our other ingredients. So how long have you been in the cake business?
For a while, close to 8.
Let me get to know you a little bit, because it's not just I'm coming to bake.
Okay, for a while, I started baking, immediately I finished, no, not immediately, like while I was in school.
Yeah.
I was baking, there no strike, school strike, so most times instead of sitting at home, I go to a confectionery school, attend classes, take a course, and that was how I developed myself. Oh. So by the time the strike is over, I remember there was this particular strike, we went on 9 months.
Wow.
So during the 9 months, I was able to learn and practice what I've been, the skills I actually acquired that time. Even though I've been watching my sister do it, but professionally, that was the time I had to
So did you go to like
myself.
a basic training school?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did basic class, I did beginners class, that's basic beginners class. I did advanced class, sugar crafts, and I even did some courses in Cotonou, like French pastries, strictly French pastries.
So I'm sure you make some French pastries for us.
Definitely, one of these days, days. Actually, I've made one like some time ago on this program.
Okay.
Yes.
Interesting. Well, cake making has never really been my thing. That's why I'm always looking forward to learning on the show. So it's very important for me to always, look up for Wake Up Nigeria and watch, because you just never know what you have in store for you, of course.
So,
all right.
We're waiting for this to mix.
Okay.
So you can also push this down.
All right. So whilst we're trying to mix up our, ingredients together, we'll go on a quick commercial break and we'll be right back. Stay with us. Welcome back. Today on DIY, we are going back to raiding our husbands, brothers, or fathers' closets to refashion their oversized shirts into an adorable piece of women's clothing of household items. After all, what is more fun than wrecking their closets, right? Okay, so last week, if you watched, I taught us on how to, turn our men's shirt into an apron. And if you want to catch up on that, just in case you didn't, tune in, you could check us up on YouTube, on our YouTube page. Okay, so today I'm going to be teaching you how to turn your men's shirt into a bag, especially for school students, basically. It's just a cloth bag. I mean, not like a proper bag, but then it's something just put a few books in, just in case you're rushing to school or rushing to anywhere, basically, and you just need something to just, put certain things in. All right, so first of all, you have your shirts, you turn it to the back, yeah? So today I'm going to be working with pins, but hey, when you're doing this, you have your needle and thread, to, tack in. So first of all, I'm going to fix the top of your shirts to the strap, to the hand of the shirt. So I'm just going to use my pins here to hold that together nicely. But if you're working with this, like I said earlier, make sure you have your needle and thread. Make sure you work with your needle and thread. But to save us time here on the show, of course, I'm going to be using pins. So I'm just going to tack this up nicely. So you take the top of the shirts, where the collar is. Okay, this pin isn't working. I'm just going to grab another one. And then you fix it to the end of the hand of the shirt. So next, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to, twist this hand of the shirt, twist it in nicely. If you like, you could cut it into pieces and then, weave it in or twist it, whichever way you like it. But then I'm just going to twist this in. Yeah. And I'm going to stick the end of the hand of the shirt into the shirt. Yeah. And then I'm going to hold this in with a needle and thread, but in this case, I'm using a pin, of course. Yeah. And you have this. You see, our bag is coming in nicely. But of course, you have to try to fix the base. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to fold this in nicely. Yeah, and then use my pins to hold it in. So you hold it, you just put it together. Stick in your pins here. Stick in your pins just to, you know, hold the base nicely so that when you put in your books, it gives it a nice, firm balance. Make sure it is well, if you're working with needle and thread, make sure it is well tacked properly. So that, because you don't want your books or whatever it is you're putting in your bag falling out. And there you have it. Okay, so just in case you're wondering if this is going to hold on nicely, I'll show you because I have a few books here. So what basically, your buttons on the shirts actually serve as the zipper. So you just open this up, put in your books or your groceries, it depends. And then you just button it up like, you know, you're fixing your zip, of course. And there you have it. So you could just hang this on your back like a school bag. Yeah, very cute. Everyone in the studio is laughing. Yeah, I know, right? So now that you know, go ahead and raid your man's closet. But hey, please, if you're doing this, the trick is to go for shirts that are worn out or, you know, that are worn out or, you know, basically that are of no use anymore, because you don't want
Hello there, welcome back. It's the second part of Wake Up Nigeria this morning. Here's wishing all our Muslim brethren Ramadan Kareem.
And we're happy to know that you're still right there with us, joining us every single morning. We really appreciate you all. Remember, we're streaming live on tvcontinental.tv and on Facebook. Look us up at TVC Connect. For comments, use the hashtag Wake Up Nigeria.
And I'm Yomi Owope.
I'm Titilayo Oyinson. We have so much in store for you. Every minute of the show is fun, 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 and more fun. I had fun watching MM, actually.
Right.
With that shirt bag, we have to talk after this, maybe. But we have so much in store, yeah?
Yes, we do. First, Benga Bile will be here to give us tips on getting the best of your vocals out there.
And of course, Mike will be keeping us up to date with your comments and reactions on social media.
And of course, true to our Thursday tradition here on the show, we're going to be having a book chat talking to Rufai Oseni. And his special book he's got, something about a sleeping giant.
Yes,
and we're going to be going into details of that shortly.
You don't want to send their comment yet.
sleeping giant.
So, a video surfaced yesterday. Quite an interesting video.
Yeah.
Don't mind that sound. That's just some setup. We'll get it sorted out. It happens. I was like, oh, what's happening? It happens. I was doing you. All right. So, a video surfaced yesterday, and it was Femi Otedola.
All right.
He was in Molwe.
Two videos actually surfaced.
Okay.
But, you know, talk about the first one.
You know the quite interesting thing? Nobody, from the way, there was someone by the side.
Yeah.
I think he was hawking and all of that. I could not recognize him. You know, my friend put up something there. I want to read out this post, and it's trending what he said. Let me...
Same tweet. Because somebody tweeted and said
Okay, this
that
is it.
if
This
I
is
were
it.
standing next to an
It says now that
Otedola,
Otedola is taking buses,
Yeah.
we need to park our cars, delete the Uber app, and be jumping buses with our CV. You don't know the next downfall you will share with him. And then one goes, say, so you people will have cars and Uber app at the same time, unemployed? Like a question. No, but it was fun. He did it in the UK, and
Right.
I commented, and I was like, guy, you can't do this in Nigeria. And he did it in Nigeria.
Wow, amazing.
It's good to be a billionaire and enter.
But it does feel like there's something around that. There's something strategic going on. There's some kind of
well, fingers crossed.
something planned.
Yeah, we got to go now. We got to go now.
Yeah. All right, it's time for the news update, and Fadishola is on standby for us.
Good morning, Nigeria. On the news this hour, the Sultan of Sokoto, Alhaji Sa'ad Abubakar III, has announced Thursday, May the 17th, as the commencement of the holy month of Ramadan. Addressing journalists in his palace, Sa'ad says reliable reports from Muslim leaders across the country were received on the moon sighting, which was processed and verified, on which basis the announcement of the commencement of Ramadan was made. He charges Muslims to pray for peace and prosperity for the nation during the holy month of Ramadan. The Senate President Bukola Saraki has raised an alarm over an alleged plot by the Inspector General of Police, the IGP Ibrahim Idris, to implicate him in the sponsorship of some self-confessed killers arrested in Ilorin, Kwara State. Saraki informed his colleagues that some arrested cultists who had confessed to killing many people had been ordered to implicate him by the police and were consequently being moved to Abuja for the sinister plot. The Senate resolved that Saraki should lead the leadership of the upper chamber to meet with the President, Muhammadu Buhari, over the alleged plot. In the meantime, the IGP Ibrahim Idris has reacted to the accusation leveled against him by the Senate President. The police boss, through the force spokesman Jimo Moshood, confirmed the transfer of suspects linked to a string of killings in Kwara State to Abuja, but said it was not because of the Senate President. He warned that an alarm raised by Saraki over the development could compromise investigations. Senator representing Kogi West, Dino Melaye, has been granted bail on health grounds in the trial alleging that he armed some deadly criminals in Kogi State. The Chief Judge of the state, sitting at the Lokoja High Court, Justice Nasir Ajano, granted Melaye's bail application in the sum of 10 million naira. The senator is also to provide one surety in the same sum, whose international passport must also be domiciled with the court. The defense counsel, Mike Ozekome, had argued that the continued incarceration of Senator Melaye will jeopardize his health condition, which he said was deteriorating. That's the news this hour. I'm Fadishola Shotingwa. The weather forecast is up next.
Welcome back. It's still Wake Up Nigeria, heading straight to the headlines on the newspaper, starting with the Vanguard. It says Saraki police IG trade words over cult suspects. Police dismiss Saraki's claims, says nobody should hinder investigations. On El Zakzaki, army will move against Shiites if more. On page 9, $2.1 billion arms deal. Dasuki, 3 others secure fresh bail in amended 32-count charge. Invest looted funds in agriculture, Governor Bello tells Buhari. It says here, court stops police, EFCC, DSS from searching Wike's residence. It also says Nollywood diva Aisha Abimbola dies in Canada. Really sad one there. On Leah Sharibu, talks with insurgents torturous. Complicated, say federal government. And on the Benue killings, I am prepared to step down, says Osinbajo. That's what we have on the cover of the Vanguard.
All right, up next is The Nation. And the headline, Saraki IG fight dirty over arrested killer cult suspects. Buhari lets rescue Ekiti from PDP. Omoagege back at work as Senate loses bid to stop his resumption. Lawmakers raise oil benchmark to $51. Senate House pass 9 trillion naira budget. Government battling for Leah Sharibu's release on page 8 of The Nation. Buhari greets Muslims as Ramadan begins. FEC OK's $995 million, 15.45 billion naira for roads. And then World Cup, Buhari hosts Super Eagles on May 29. And finally, gunmen kill 3 policemen, kidnap expatriate. All on the cover of The Nation.
And that's all we have time for on the newspaper headlines for this morning.
And of course, the newspaper headlines are proudly supported by Dettol. Be 100% sure.
It's time for us to get those tips that we need to best our singing skills. We have Gbenga Agbile coming up next. is right there with him.
Yes, thank you very much, Titi. Okay, Gbenga is here with us, and he's going to be giving us a few tips on how to get the best of our singing skills. He said something about clarity of words. Yeah. I'd like to learn that. Okay. So I'll just let you do your thing. Okay, and we'll be right back.
Yeah. I do say that, before you start your singing, always start with vocal warm-ups to help you put your voice into shape. Let's start with that down. And make sure you start with low notes. Can you try that? Go. Lucky. Go. 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 Okay. Because of our time, let's go straight. No, I talked about clarity in singing. Oftentimes, your tongue can mar or make your sound production well. So it can mar your production if you are not placing it very well. So we're going to do some voice exercises for your mouth shape too. Your voice exercise that can help your mouth shape. Look at the how. When you say ah, your mouth is widely open and your tongue comes up. When you say oh, the tongue shifts back a little. So when you observe that while singing, it's going to help you articulate your words clearly. And most singers who are in this nasal singing are placing their tongue wrongly. Like look at this. The is going up. Sometimes if you don't know how to position the tongue well, you can mar your sound production. So let's try this voice sound in this song. London Bridge is falling down. Look at this sound. Oh e ah, oh e ah, oh e ah, oh e ah. That's the sound. That's voice sound. So the more you open your mouth now, it can help you articulate your words clearly. So I want to talk about some emotional feelings in singing. I call it breathy voice sound exercise. Like see, yeah. Let's try that again. Can you see the breathing tone? It's going to help you put life into your singing. Okay, let's apply that in singing. My heart will go on. Let's see the application. Look at the breathing. Go.
Every night in my dreams, I see you, I feel you.
It helps you to express more from the inside. Every time, I feel you. So let's try it again. Let's look at it. We're breathing again.
Every night in my dreams, I see you, I feel you.
That's the exercise. So try voice exercise. Make sure you're breathing in like every time. So it can help you project well. And aside from that one, I talked about the voice sound clarity in singing. So let's see the openings. Make sure you observe the R, A, E, O, U, the movement of the sound. Make sure when you say R, the mouth is widely open. So let's see the application as she sings for us.
You're broken down and tired of living life for the merry-go-round, 'cause you can find a fighter So I see it in you, and we can work it out and move mountains. We're gonna work it out and move mountains. And I'll rise like the day, I'll rise up in spite of the ache. I'll rise up and I'll do it 1,000 times again. And I'll rise up, rise unafraid. I'll rise up in spite of the ache. I'll rise up and I'll do it 1,000 times again. And for you, for you, for you, for you.
Okay, now for every word now, when ooh, the tongue word shifts a little backward. So observe these exercises in the morning. R, A, O, O, all these vowel sound placement. Aside from that, so make sure you try the breathy, emotional feelings expression. Every time in my dreams, look at that expression. The breathy tone is putting life into the song. So thank you so much. Yeah.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Benga.
Yeah.
That was beautiful. That was beautiful. You know, I actually lost my voice when I was pregnant, and they say it happens. So I am so thrilled about this, you know, training.
Okay,
looking forward to it every week on Wake Up Nigeria. I hope this helps you towards your journey to being a better singer and vocalist. Now it's time for us to catch up on your comments and social media reactions with Mike. Hello, Mike.
All right, thank you very much, MM. Now, just before I go to glean your comments, and you can take a look at it. Yomi and Titi, let's see. What would you do if you were not at work? Someone said books, and I was thinking of Titi, but I know Titi would not be reading books by this time. I don't know what Yomi would do, maybe praying or something. What would you guys be doing?
You never know. I could probably be reading a children's book, you know, to the kids. Well, if it wasn't a school day, it's a school day today. But when you think about it, there's so much you can do, you know, take advantage of on a rainy day. I like to clean on rainy days because I know there's nothing I'm doing outside my house.
Well, I mean, for me, I mean, apart from the fact that I'll probably wake up at 9 o'clock, catch up on some lost sleep, there's probably one other thing that I'll probably do. Also catch up on my social media. People have been complaining I've not been posting on Facebook or
They've
Instagram.
been complaining.
Yeah, so everyone is saying, we don't see you on social media anymore. So I'll probably use that time to catch up on stuff that's been going on.
And then there are quite a few series that I've lost track of. You know, a brand new series coming up every single week. And so many platforms to watch them on.
That's true. So movies is something else that you can do while you're...
I feel the guy that was saying books was just trying to patronize us here or something.
No, reading books...
Patronize Ozzy?
Reading books...
No, us.
Oh,
like,
okay, us.
Really?
Okay, you said Ozzy. I've been pressing plan for a book chat or something.
No, but really, reading books is comforting for some people.
Okay.
You know, it's like, that's what gives them a hug, you know.
It depends on the book.
Sweet stories, yeah.
It depends on the book. Sometimes a motivational book
might just be what you
on a rainy
need and
morning
all of
might
that.
just be what you require.
All right, that's quite cool. But then, so for me, a nice movie. Most of the time when there's rain like this, there's no light. And most of the time, it depends on where you keep your gen. If your gen is not in a place where it is housed, there's a problem. My former gen used to be housed, but where I am now is not housed, so it's a problem running the gen while it's raining.
Are you kidding me, Mike?
If it's not housed, like if it's not,
it
depends on where
you're gonna have to work that one out.
I know what you mean. Even
understand, right?
Those that are not properly housed can be also a problem.
So that's it. So quite a number of things, and it depends.
I'm really looking forward to hearing what people have to say. You know, because
what do you do on a cold, wet Thursday morning? Or any morning.
Any morning, right? Any morning.
It's actually a great time to plan things, a great time to, you know, talk to family, you know, catch up on some messages, emails and all that. So many things you can do But I know that that's
Are we
not
giving
what
suggestions?
That's not what is on everybody's mind, though. It's like we're skirting around the issue, and hopefully someone will hit the nail on the head when we get the messages up.
Okay, all right. Let's see. Yeah, we have God's time. Some action just happened here, eh? But then we have TV. He says attending one self-discovery seminar.
Self-discovery seminar.
This thing has made me have to take a break now because of this thing I just read now.
Self-discovery seminar.
Self-discovery.
You probably have to leave the house.
Okay, all right. But then let's take a break now, and we'll be back very soon. We'll continue with this. Don't go nowhere. Okay, all right. Welcome back, and we're still taking your comments here on social media. I was doing this thing. Okay, we've had some quite very, very interesting comments out here while we're looking at Fola Fade there. But then I'll get this across right now to you. But then, hey, come on. You said, why are you smiling?
I'm laughing because
the comments that we've seen on what?
Yeah, the comments we've been hearing are interesting. There's a particular word I can't really pronounce.
Yeah?
Yeah, that someone mentioned. It starts with a P.
Try. Just try.
No.
Just try.
I can't even remember how you said it just now. It's just weird. Maybe your can try.
Just try. Okay, all right. While I get this up, Trump in-law says, I will be cuddling with my pillow. Okay, that's quite cool. That one is quite. I'll get this across. It does happen. It's just connection issues. But he says, I'll be cuddling with my pillow. And then one guy here says, I will just punch. I don't know what punch is. What's punch?
I thought that was panache.
Oh, panache, yeah. Okay.
Really?
I don't know.
thought it was what? what did you think it was? I know you perish. Said perish.
No.
Perish. I'll just perish. How about?
Well, let me even read out the handle so I'll be sure. @real_ejanla.
Okay, so please, can you explain to us what he means?
Yeah, can you explain what punch means?
Maybe someone should send in another tweet.
I don't know. Just explain to us. I mean, smiling. I don't know. Do you know? I don't know.
What does punch mean?
Like Yomi said, it's panache.
Panache.
What does punch mean? I don't know.
Panache is a euphemism for what that thing probably means.
Okay,
so let's just leave it.
Is it? But then, of course, you have to remember that tomorrow on social media, we're going to be giving out tickets to go check out. Now, this time around, it's courtesy Genesis Deluxe Cinemas, and it's not just for only Avengers Infinity War. You can check out any movie of your choice. I'll be giving out to 2 people, at least 3 tickets each to just 2 people. Wow. So, it's something that you go with 1 or 2 people, go and have fun at the movies. So
yeah, very nice.
Make sure you enjoy the show, you are a part of the show, because what we'll do is that I'll ask a question from maybe something that previously happened during the show, and then we'll just pick the winner live and we'll just get it done.
Very nice.
That's what we'll do. We'll have fun tomorrow, all right?
So we're going to have fun tomorrow.
Yeah.
So,
3 movie tickets to give out.
So Mike went to go and watch the movie without us yesterday.
Yeah, I did.
But
then I'll talk about all of that tomorrow. Let's head over to MM, who's on standby there with Shay. What's up, MM? What do you have for us this morning?
All right. Thank you very much, Mike. With me this morning is Shay Johnson. Hello.
I'm fine.
How you doing?
Oh, thank God.
I hope you're not stuck in any kind of traffic because of the rain. All right. So I'm just going to let you do your thing, and we'll be right back.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you.
Hey, hey. Let's praise God together. Oh yeah, now. Yeah. Oh yeah, say just face okay. Let's get them on the river. Jehovah fáyé mi dára o. Lẹ́sẹ̀kẹsẹ̀ mo ríre gbà lẹ́sẹ̀kẹsẹ̀ mo ti ríre gbà o. Mo ti jẹ́ Jehovah fáyé mi dára o. Lẹ́sẹ̀kẹsẹ̀ mo ríre gbà dúró dolúwa ọ̀rẹ́ mi lọ tújú ká bẹ́kún pẹ́dà lẹ́ẹ̀kan ayọ̀ ń bọ̀ lówùrọ̀ àwọn tó dúró dolúwa wọn kì yóò ṣàlàyé.
I'm really liking your energy. Like you have, even in the video, you're just going everywhere. Like this, like, and the energy was tight. Thank you so much, Sheyi. So how long have you been into gospel music?
Actually, since 2007.
It's 2007?
Yes.
Wow, really long time. All right, thank you so much for coming on the show to, you know, inspire us and put us in that gospel grind this morning. Thank you so much. It's another day to sway the discourse towards literally, and Yomi is going to be taking that. Hello, Yomi.
Hey, thanks, MM. So this morning we're looking at a book called Veritas, The Tale of a Sleeping Giant by Rufai Oseni. It's a special book in a way, in many ways. And thank you for joining us this morning
in
to
fact,
talk about
I should
this.
tell you, it's a joy and a privilege for me being here.
Yeah, so this book reads like a manifesto. We're talking about the problems of the country, but not just talking about the problems, but also talking about the solutions. Tell us about it.
All right, I'm really excited writing the book because when you look at the country today, it's a country that is in dire need of a lot of solutions. And those solutions have to be tailor-made to the problems.
Yeah.
So what problems do we have? Problems of nation building. We have a country where there's a lot of wealth and people live in a lot of poverty.
Exactly. Yeah.
To start with that, in the 70s in this country, the leader then, Yakubu Gowon, said the problem is not money, but how to spend it. Because as of 1973, Yom Kippur War had happened, crude oil price had gone about $10 increase.
Yeah.
We had so much money in the system. We imported about 20 million tons of cement, and we're paying $500,000 every day on demurrage because of those cements.
Amazing. I mean, the first 3 chapters of the book, you gave us a historical perspective for why we are where we are today.
Definitely.
So not just the 70s, like you were saying before, even the 60s, but even before that, the colonialism and how that set a foundation for some of these challenges.
I gave that because I wanted to let a lot of Africans know that we had always been great. Take, for instance, I talked about Timbuktu. 1541, we had a university in Timbuktu, way before even most of the Ivy League universities in the world. The Sankore University, a family turned their family mosque into a university. We had the likes of Baba Ahmed, that was a professor, and Timbuktu was the hub for learning.
Right.
Coming way down to the Benin Empire, we had empires that were thriving. In fact, one of the biggest walls in the world today is the Benin Wall. And we had empires that were thriving. But once we became a nation, we started missing it. Because there were a lot of factors that were holding us back. So what the book seeks to do is to redress those factors and to be able to make people understand that we have a lot of potential and we can do it.
So when you're talking about potential, is that why you use the term sleeping giant at the beginning?
It is sleeping. It is almost in comatose. And we can start to break free. It is sleeping because, you know, unemployment rate is pegged well over 20%, where you have a lot of potential. It's a very virgin economy. You can open up the economy to a lot of potentials that can be harnessed and turned into kinetic energy. And this energy can permeate through the economy. You have 923,000 square kilometers of good land. You have 80 million hectares of fertile land, but yet we still import food. So those are the dynamics you see in the economy, and that's why I'm saying it's a sleeping giant. A lot can be done. A lot can be done in this country. You have an educational sector that needs a lot of repair. The student-to-teacher ratio is 1 to 121 in Nigeria. In Harvard, is 1 to 4. So you need a lot of dynamics to come in, and that's why we are plotting solutions. We're plotting solutions to various hegemonies. And
I like how the direction that you're going when you started talking about solutions, because again, like we said, it's not a very big book. It's not 600 pages. But you stated the problem, and then you started focusing on solutions. In the last chapter, you talked about the way forward.
Yes.
And why I call this book like a manifesto is that you started talking about the Constitution.
Yes.
And how some parts of the Constitution are faulty.
Yes.
Why there's a need for constitutional review. You talked about the power sector.
Yes.
Roads. Tell us about that.
I'll talk about, at first, the precursor to the 79 Constitution we have is the Littleton's Constitution that bred us for the independence in 1954. But that Constitution brought about autonomous regionalism. And a lot of talk after, but even the 1979 Constitution was a constitution written by a few group of people. It wasn't the generality of Nigerians. That Constitution was a review of that Constitution. So we need to sit back, and everybody needs to be part of the Constitution writing process. So when they say we the people wrote the Constitution, you were not part of that process.
No,
I wasn't part of that process.
Just a bunch of guys that sat down and just came up with a document.
Infrastructural development. We need to start looking at alternative ways of developing infrastructure. Currently, we're doing about 5,000 megawatts. Nigeria has potential for nuclear. Nigeria has potential for wind. Nigeria has potential for solar. Take, for instance, I was at the Hinkley plant in Somerset in England, and they were about to do another 3,000 gigawatt of electricity generation.
3,000 gigawatts?
Yeah,
Wow.
Countries are talking about gigawatts these days.
Not megawatts.
Not even megawatts any longer. And we have the potential to be able to harness it. Nigeria is a country with a lot of luxurious abundance. In fact, it's a great place to be. You know, no natural disasters and things like that. I talked about the road. There has to be a synergy between public and private partnership. A lot of infrastructural development has to go into it. We have an infrastructural debt. In fact, some people say you need to spend nothing less than about 10 billion to 20 billion US dollars every year, year on year, for the next 20 years to be able to cushion the infrastructural debt.
There's one thing that I don't agree with in the book, which was when you made a comparison between Nigeria and Singapore.
Yeah.
And well, there are some aspects of it that there's a lot to learn from them. But I also felt the size of Singapore in comparison with Nigeria, wouldn't you say that it's a bit unfair for you to say we can be like Singapore? We
can't be like Singapore, and I have no apologies for that comparison, because Singapore was in a worse case scenario than us. As at the 1960, where we had a lot of money, as at the 1960, where we have one naira to about £1 Singapore, as at the 1970s, Nigeria had the per capita income of about $1,200, and it dropped to about $1,030 in 1990, as at the 70s. Singapore had per capita income of $400. It was a worst case scenario. Malaysia had thrown Singapore away, and they had said Singapore wasn't going to be viable. Lee Kuan Yew cried. He cried because it was a dead end. Nothing was going to come out of Singapore. It was going to be a laughing stock. But you know what he did? He started building the country, picked it out of the ashes. He wrote a lot about that in Third World to First World. So, in fact, it's not even an even comparison, because Singapore was in a worst case scenario. Nigeria wasn't in a worst case scenario. Yeah. It was a thriving economy. People got 4 job offers in the 70s when they left school. Per capita income over $1,000 US. It was a bustling economy. The problem wasn't money, but how to spend it. Infrastructural sector. About 3 million West Africans came to look for jobs in Nigeria.
Wow.
That's why we had to send the Ghanaians away. In 83, with Ghana must go over 1 million Ghanaians were sent away. The economy was bustling that 3 million West Africans had to come to Nigeria to look for jobs. Who comes to Nigeria to look for opportunities? Not that much any longer. So it's not even a defined comparison. We are saying we can even do better than Singapore. We can upset the apple cart. We can do a lot, and we have all of the potential. But 3 very important things we should look at: religiosity, number 2, personal interest, and number 3, tribalism.
I like that you're talking about personal interest, because that's one of the things that is our challenge in the country.
Yes.
The fact that there are some ailing sectors that some people are benefiting from because they're not working. And you mentioned a few of that in the book as well.
Definitely, but because they're not seeing the big picture. Take, for instance, this power is fixed. Generally, it has a positive outlook on the economy. The economy will grow. I was doing a research that says, because I'm a researcher, I'm a person, and I'm a scholar, I was doing a research that said, if we can fix power alone and the service industry, Nigeria economy can jump to become one of the first 15 economies in the world. Just by fixing the power, the service sector alone. And you know, the job cadre is changing. Normally, as at 1990, Nigeria had production capacity of about 10%, but jobs are switching around. It's more service sector based, no longer any manufacturing sector job. You see, that's why Trump is trying to upset the apple cart, because everything is moving to the service sector. Take, for instance, in England alone, you have close to 10 million people working in the service sector.
Wow.
So how do you grow the service sector? Put infrastructure in place, power in place. If you definitely do that, then the economy will open up and people will be able to get the pride of place. So by just fixing power, fixing those necessary things, then you can open up the economy.
You know, the kind of the kind of detail that you have in this book. Like I said, it's a small book. Veritas, The Tale of a Sleeping Giant, but it reads like a manifesto, like something that this nation needs at this time. When you go look through it, there are solutions, step by step, starting from the Constitution and all of that. Thank you so much, Rufai Hosseini, for joining.
I must have to thank you.
And also for talking with so much passion.
Thank you so much.
Not just about the book, but about, you know, the nation as well.
Thank you so much.
And for your reward,
yes,
we're going to take you for breakfast in the kitchen.
Oh, it's a joy.
So please join us.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
Way.
All right.
Whoa.
Oh, goodness. Yeah.
Yes,
go on.
Okay, great.
All right.
One of those things.
Yeah, exactly.
On a wet Thursday morning.
Take a seat.
Thank you so
Rufai.
much. Well,
how's it going?
he prepared the table before me.
Oh, I like that. I like that. Very nice.
Okay,
Oh, thank you so much.
Chef Wumi has done it again, as you can all see. So, Chef Wumi,
So I'm seeing
take it away.
egg-shaped
Cake. Tell us how we came about this sumptuousness right in front of us.
So the basic recipe, ingredients we used was flour, butter, sugar to achieve the cake. But the interesting thing, we twisted instead of throwing away the shell, you pipe the butter into the shell. After washing and rinsing and letting it drain out.
Yeah.
Then you pipe it and bake for like 10 to 15 minutes. Then it comes out like this egg shape.
So your egg shell was your baking pan?
Yes.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Yes.
Exactly.
Cool.
And it comes out looking like this.
And that's egg-shaped cake.
Yeah.
Yes.
Egg
Wow.
marshmallow
Wow.
cake.
Okay. So I know we have to round off now.
Yeah.
But we have a lot of thank yous to say. And of course, a big thank you shout out to our friends at Homely NG for the kitchen accessories. And of course, Fola at Fola's Place for doing our hair. Thank you so much to our guests as well.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us, Rufai Hosseini. Don't forget the book.
Yeah.
It's The Tale of a Sleeping Giant. We're going to see you again tomorrow on Wake Up Nigeria at 7 a.m.
Bye.
Take care.